Well, you're going to get three for the price of none this morning. I just got the first question from Kelly Kreider, who really has written some very sweet and supportive comments. So thank you, Kelly. And she says, when you first started your business, what were your strategies to find new clients? And I had a very lucky break in that I was working at that time for Kaiser Permanente, a huge HMO in the US. For those of you in the US, you probably have heard of that. And I basically had to do no advertising. What I did is I got a whole bunch of little business cards printed up, and I put them in little tiny manila envelopes, like 15 into one, and I put those in a bigger manila envelope with a little tiny flyer. And my advertisement back then was tough toenails, can't see them, can't reach them, can't cut them, call Laura the foot care nurse. So that was as much marketing as I did. And I gave a packet to every single family practice doctor and internal medicine doctor in Kaiser, and they all knew me, and it wasn't conflict of interest, and everybody supported me. So that's how I started my business. I did put one ad in a newspaper, which got me nothing and was very expensive. There were a couple things I did that I think one could try. I would go to residential, a couple big residential care homes, and I talked to their, not their entertainment, their activities person, and I explained who I was, introduced myself. I just went in there cold. I never called ahead of time. I just kind of do things spontaneously. It's just my style. And I would tell them that I could do a little free talk on like fall prevention or basic foot care or something like that. So a couple times I would go, and what was wonderful is they would arrange it all. They'd even supply the snacks, and they just loved having somebody come in and doing something, to keep their residents occupied. And I got some clients that way. So other ideas, though, would be, if I was to go out there starting, I think I would get those pamphlets and business cards and send them to rehab hospitals, the discharge planners. Those are really good people to know. And fiduciaries, if you know any of those are the people who handle the finances for usually people who have enough funds that they can afford a foot care nurse to come into their home. So those are some ideas. I would say 90% I just got from Kaiser, and then it was word of mouth. And that's really the best way to go, because it just is. And I've really not had to look back. In fact, there was a point where at one point I had 400 clients, and I would only take new people if they promised not to tell anybody about me. There just are no foot nurses around this area, or there were none back then, and now there are a couple, but they're full and they're kind of retiring too. So I was lucky. So good luck. Hope that helps. Bye.